Hi there, it's Erin Duffy, your stage presence coach, back again with another tip to help amplify your stage presence and own your unique voice so that you feel comfortable and confident in every room you walk into. Okay, raise your hand if you have ever watched someone either leading a room, doing a presentation, or maybe a keynote, and you thought to yourself, wow, they've got it all figured out. I need to be more like that. Does that sound familiar? Well, it does to me. I remember thinking that many, many times. And here's the funny thing about that. In those moments, it's tempting for us to think that our own executive stage presence is actually that. You need to be more like that. You need to imitate that right person. But, here's the truth. You do not need to imitate. You don't need to create a new personality to lead a room. No, you actually need to trust yours. Yeah. Here's the thing. The leaders that make the greatest impact aren't the ones that fit in a mold. No, they actually break the mold. And you know what? They do that because they're comfortable being themselves. Our executive presence, it doesn't mean that you have to be polished and perfect. And a lot of times that is what holds us back, thinking we need to be polished and perfect. And I need to be more like that guy. No, it actually means being powerful in a way that is uniquely yours. It's your unique voice, your authentic presence. So here's the thing. Authenticity isn't a feel-good thing. That's not it. It's actually the foundation of leadership that lasts. It is what makes people who watch you, trust you, follow you, and feel connected to you and your vision. So when you lead from your own story, your own experiences, your own strengths, your values, you actually become someone people remember. And it's not because you're flawless and perfect, but it's because you're real and they can connect to that. And here's the thing about real. Real resonates every time. So here's a quick challenge for you. I want you to kind of notice when you're actually performing rather than being present and leading. I want you to start noticing that. Now, this might sound like just a few examples. You're using language that sounds impressive, but it doesn't sound like you. Or you hold yourself back. You're holding sort of like your opinion back because it may be off script or it might not fit well. So what you're telling yourself, or the big one, you're mimicking someone else instead of trusting your own voice. Any of those sound familiar to you? So if so, when that moment comes, when you take notice of that and you realize you're hearing that, something like that, oh, I'm mimicking that person, I want you to take a moment. I want you to pause and breathe and then ask yourself, what would it look like to respond as my real self right now? Just ask yourself that. And then listen to what is happening. And here's the thing about that pause and you listening is that pause is where your unique presence begins because you're putting the focus on you and that's helping you bring your voice out. So now if this is resonating with you, know this. Your authenticity is not a risk. I know I've said this before, but I want to remind you, it is not a risk. It is actually your superpower. There's nobody else out there like you. And when you show up in your authentic voice, there's no competition. And by the way, that's what the audience wants. They want that real you. And the more you lead from that, the more you will connect with your audience, and the more you will amplify your impact. So I want you to do this week. I want you to look at your calendar and choose one meeting, just one. And I want you to like let go of the polish and the perfect and the performing and just show up as yourself. Speak from your values, speak from your experiences, speak from your story, speak from your authentic voice. See how it feels. Then come back and let me know how it goes. I'd really love to hear. And if you really want to go a little bit more deeper with this, I would love you to sign up for a 20-minute meet and greet. Maybe there's one of those steps that I was just talking about, or maybe, yeah, Erin, I do mimic someone. I do always think that person, God, if I could be more like them, that does get in my way. If one of those resonates with you and you kind of want to work through that, sign up for a 20-minute meet and greet with me. I'd love to have the conversation with you and see how we can get you through that. Okay, that is it for this time. So I'm wishing you all a fantastic week. And I'll see you next time for another tip on how you can amplify your executive stage presence.